Welcome to Book Weekly, your weekly recap on all things book and stuff. Announcements, memes, price action, all the info in one video. And we are live! After all those weeks of teasing, the sex listing happened. As suspected, it was on MEXC, so this exchange is ranked 11th on CoinMarketCap. But still, very strong exchange, 3.8 million weekly visitors. They have more than 10 million users. It's not available in the US, but it's actually quite famous in the rest of the world, especially in Asia. So a bit unexpected for a first listing as a choice, but it is a stepping stone. MEXC actually has been quite open to Cardano native tokens, CNTs. They listed AXO as well, I think one day before Book. So it looks like they're positioning themselves as the sex for Cardano tokens. So it's good that Book is one of the first ones to get there. So funnily enough, the trading pair is Book USDT. There is no USDT on Cardano, so I'm not sure how they managed that in the background. And when we look at the charts, so apparently the listing price was 0.02 USDT, so basically half the price on the DEX, and then it shot up to 5, exactly 5, and then went down to around 4 cents. And then we see we're a bit down at 3.5 cents, which is correlated to the ADA dip that we got. When we look at the volumes, so first day like 200k USD, then 209, 278, 278 again, and now today it's like half, it's around noon, and we are at 126,000 USD. So things are happening, but from what I understand, those centralized exchanges, they also play the role of market makers. So I suspect that a lot of those trades are also just MEXC generating volume, generating activity. And since they are the market makers, obviously they don't have fees for trading. So they can do that as much as they want, sorry. So kind of hard to know which volume is real, but the price is 3.5 USD cent at the moment. On TapTool it's 3.4, so there's actually an arbitrage opportunity here. However, from what I've heard, it's not yet possible to withdraw the book tokens from MEXC. I don't know, they have like a Kickstarter period, so I don't know the details, but in any case, it is the platform for companies and non-crypto native people to get their book tokens in a more official, compliant way, or maybe a tax-friendly way. So it's good, and we actually know it's the first of more, because it was announced in the newsletter that they are in talks with other exchanges. So we'll see what we get, hopefully something for the US, and then we'll have just more and more options for people to get exposed to Book and participate in the ecosystem. So that was the one big news. It was on Tuesday, if I remember correctly. And then the other big news is Credit Cardano. So it is now possible to buy with credit card, to mint books with credit card. For now, on Cardano. In the future, anything will be possible. And so they actually started with the Webster Dictionary book, which was a flash mint, and it was $5 and people bought. And then what I really like is that they also activated it on David Duchovny's book, The Reservoir. And that's awesome that there is some retroactivity, that they can go back to mints that didn't sell out yet and add this option, especially a book like this one, where you can imagine that David has quite the fan base of people who are not into crypto. And we've seen a lot of posts on X about how smooth the experience was. So here you have the Wizard team who bought $18, so it was one book. We have people again who bought the Reservoir with the Crypto.com debit card. So it looks like all kinds of credit cards are working. And here the Chad crypto bondman who minted 20 dictionaries for $50. And not only you can buy, but when you buy you have the choice, like, do you send it to your own wallet address or do you want Book to create a wallet for you? So these are the so-called self-directed wallets. And this is just perfect because it means that you don't know anything about crypto, you get on the site. Let's say you're not this X-Files fan and you see this book by the Chovnys, The Reservoir. You're like, okay, I'm gonna buy that. Go to the website. Okay, you create an account with just an email address, classic. You get to the book, you pay with credit card. They create the wallet for you. This might be a bit confusing, maybe, I don't know. Like create wallet or put your address. Maybe they should put something like, I don't know, add book to my bookshelf or I don't know, something like this. And then, you pay, it's super fast, and then you get your book and you can log in and read your book or download the mobile app. So we are there. All the pieces are together. Note that this is the first version of Credit Cardano, so the discounts are not applied yet, like when you hold the Gutenberg Bible or something like this. Also, there were some small hiccups with the queue. The Webster's Dictionary has a total volume of 2,000, and there were people who were stuck in the queue for like a minute or two, even though there was still a lot of books available. So still some improvements to do, and they're already on it. But generally speaking, a very positive feedback from the community. And what's really funny is that, it's crypto people who are buying with their credit card. And for me, it's really funny because it was meant for the masses, but the guys who go heavy are actually the crypto enthusiasts. They want to protect their ADA. They want to buy the books like this, and they need to find a way to hide it on their bank statements, I suppose. So, big step. We have the sex listing, we have self-directed wallets, you can buy by credit card. Huge milestone for Book, and just before the BookCon, where more may come. Just 1 week until the first BookCon. Just 7 days and 11 minutes at the time of recording of this video. It's happening, guys. So if you didn't get your tickets yet, what are you doing? Insider info, there are less than 10 VIP tickets left. So if you planned to be VIP, take it soon, because we know there are some influencers that are interested in coming in. Also, the IOG Foundation, I believe, is coming. Did they get their tickets already? Did they not? I'm not sure. But we are almost sold out on VIP tickets. So if you want those VIP books, it's now or never. And yeah, just 1 week, so they unveiled some more things about this event. Posted some, I don't want to call it champagne because it probably isn't the real French one. But sparkling wine, or however you want to call this, and it's Snoop Doggy Dogg on the label. Why? Because 420, I assume. But do they have anything to announce with him? I'm gonna put my tinfoil hat and remind you about this Stuff.io app mockup, which was a song about, by Snoop and Ice Cube, I think, and others. They debunked that. The book said that no, there's nothing going on. But it's funny how this theme is coming back. And then some more merch. I wonder if Josh was wearing that sometime, at some point, some interview, because I feel like I've seen it. But pretty cool. Can definitely use jacket /windbreaker. This, I'm not gonna wear that, but good for the book girls. What else do we have? Yeah, some t-shirts and a lot of like stickers. These are key holders, coasters. There's some stuff here. If you zoom in here, I don't think, I mean, I'm not sure I'll be able to do it. Let's check. Oh yeah, I think I can. So if you look here, look at this. It's LBI with the face of Ben, the co-founder. So it's the goat, and what actually I'm curious about is this. What is this? Who is that? Why would they put the face of someone on a coaster? Not sure. I don't recognize that person. I think it's kind of hidden on purpose. So curious who that is. Could there be some announcement at the con? I don't know, maybe some actor, some singer, something like this? No idea. But it's interesting to look around and look for hints. I think we are getting to see everything. This QR code is just a link to book.io, so don't take out your phone to scan it. Oh, I really like this one. Read books, not stickers. Something to put on my car, most likely. So a lot of good stuff coming, a lot of merch. Just 1 week, it's gonna be a ton of fun, and I can't wait. And if you cannot come physically, remember that you have the virtual tickets. We'll open a room on Discord, probably a voice chat as well. So you can feel as a community like you're there together while you watch the stream. So I hope to see as many of you as possible there. It's going to be epic. First BookCon ever. Definitely not the last. So many great speakers. Charles is going to be there. Rio, Karef, the ex-CEO of Vivo. We're going to learn so much, get so much alpha. And remember, they're going to release also the stuff, the book app with the audiobook support. So they have probably more announcements to come, and I can't wait to see it live, be the first to know, experience it, and just feel all this energy of the team, the community, celebration of 2 years of work, and with the first 2 years of many more, I am sure. So see you there. The book team showed up in a couple of X spaces this week. The first one on Tuesday with none other than David Duchovny, so one of the main actors of the X-Files, for the book release, the release of his book rather, on book.io, and they held a space with him to talk about this. It was quite interesting actually, because he didn't seem to know much about what was happening. And it might sound surprising at first, but actually that's just how it works. The publisher is Akashic Books, the same ones who published the studio book from Chuck D. So looks like everything or most of the things went through the publisher, and David wasn't super aware, and that's why this space was interesting. It lasted, like the actual conversation was like maybe 35 minutes or so. And it started just about the process of writing this. So he wrote this during COVID and so on. And he was in his apartment, and he just wrote this story about this Wall Street trader during COVID going mad. And so he was just talking about the book, but then Josh stepped in and started doing the sales pitch of the book. The fact that you have digital ownership for the readers, that it cannot be taken away, cannot be banned, that for authors they gain direct access to their readers, they know exactly how many books they sold, and you could hear and you could feel David kind of putting things together in his head and be like, wow, that's awesome. Also they talked about music, and at the end of the space, because David also plays some music, he mentioned that, yeah, I'm gonna talk to my musician friends about that. That being more like stuff.io. So we went from someone who is like, well, I'm publishing a book, kind of whatever, I don't really know the platform, I'm just gonna show up to help boost the sales probably, to, wow, what you guys are doing is revolutionary. And you could really hear that as a creator, he was interested in solving problems that he has. And as always, we get to be in a crypto bubble and not realize that, but when we go outside in the real world with those creatives, then we see that it clicks. And when you look at Kindle has 1 million independent authors, that's how many people we could get on board. So potential is huge. There is really, like this product is really market fit. So big potential there. And cool thing about this book is that David was in his apartment while he was writing this book, and he's talking about the reservoir of Central Park that he can see from his apartment window. And he took a time lapse of this reservoir, and this time lapse is inside the book. And he was mind blown by that. And it's really cool how a book is not just a book, it's different media types that you can put together. So you can have videos, and it has been done before. Gutenberg Bible, you have a video inside. There's also this book about AI, where you had a word from the author, like a video of him explaining how he came up with the idea of the book, and his thoughts about it, some even kind of career advice he was giving. So it's really cool to get this bonus material inside the ebook. It's really a very rich media in that sense. So that was on Tuesday. Then later on that week, 10th, when was 10th? I really struggle with dates. It was Wednesday. So on Wednesday, we were on not Book After Dark, sorry, Clay's After Dark. It was a very, very long space, 3 hours and a half. Book was there for an hour, more or less. Nothing mind-blowing was said. It was more conversation about, why they mint public domain books, the importance of preserving original contents. So, not ban books, not censor books, but preserve knowledge. So it was more this type of conversation, nothing really new, except more towards the end when Book was not there, but Charles came in, and one of the last info he dropped was that he wrote a book. I mean, he co-authored a book, to be precise, and he's gonna mint it with book.io, and that is alpha. At the BookCon, we'll get to learn more about that. The first blockchain book of Charles Hoskinson. And why is this huge? I'm personally not like a fanboy of Charles. Huge respect, definitely, but no cult mentality, I would say. But it doesn't change the fact that he has a huge following outside the NFT space, outside the DeFi space. There are people who follow him, they just hold ADA and that's it. They believe in his vision that is gonna change the world. So he has a big reach. And when he will release his book, like how much sense does that make? That he releases his book on the Cardano platform, on the blockchain. And the book will be stored on Cardano. And with credit card payments, with no need for a wallet, things like that, even people who are not necessarily into the Cardano ecosystem, may get onto it. So that is big news. I have no idea what the book is about. But nonetheless, I'm really appreciative of Charles showing support. He has this book project, he puts it on, he publishes through a company that works with Cardano, so book.io. So he's very consistent, he shows support, he gives opportunities. So that's really cool. Looking forward to hear him talk about this. at the con and about blockchain in general. If you have a VIP ticket, you have the VIP dinner with him and the book team and other speakers on the Friday 19th, the day before the con. So if you want to network, if you want to peer into his mind and have like your one-on-one conversation or your one picture with Charles, come to the BookCon. And finally, there was an interview of Guillermo with Pete from Learn Cardano. It's a very long interview, more than an hour, but very interesting. They touch many different topics, credit cards, what else? I'm checking my notes. So yeah, he talked about his story, how did he come to be the VP of engineering at Book. It's kind of crazy to learn that he basically learned how to code, like the Cardano smart contracts in 3.5 years. And then he talks about other things. He has very nice words for the book team, how everyone is top of the class in their skill set, how driven, passionate they are. So, and how nice they are too. So for him, it's his best work experience ever. And even though I'm not involved directly in the book office and so on, I can definitely echo that statement. It's like working the best in class, like best people in the world, and they are so nice and they are so passionate. No wonder they are building so fast. I remember a post on X from RJ, who was like, "Oh, it's 9 a.m. and I've been coding for 5 hours." I mean, maybe he's just a very early bird, I don't know. But the amount of passion and the sheer work these people put in there is just amazing. And that's why they're gonna make it. They are gonna make it. And if you're along for the ride, you're gonna make it too. The other things he talked about that was interesting was that Read to Earn is planned for this year. It was kind of known, but it's good to have it from an official person. And they were talking about minting on demand, in the sense that, well, anyone could put like an EPUB, so their book, their covers, on some portal and then mint, so self-publishing portal. But it's two aspects. The first one is self-publishing. The other one is, imagine you have 10,000 books, like in the book catalog, and the mints are always open, or no, very high amounts. It's like, it's not necessarily capped, it's more like, okay, one guy will buy one book of this, another one will buy 2 books of that. So how do you do that from the technology perspective? And so he was explaining that, yeah, what they've been doing for a while is to give the keys to the commercial team to have some kind of interface where they can just launch the mints by themselves. And so they're automating that and polishing that more and more to get to the point where actually when the consumer comes in, chooses the book and like, okay, I mint this, then everything is kickstarted in the background, and metadata is put together with the cover, it's linked to the EPUB, and everything gets together and you get your book delivered to you. So this is something they have to do. Minting on demand is like, there's no way around it. And minting on demand is very close to the self-publishing portal. So basically he was explaining that it's really on the same path somehow, those two things. So it's gonna happen. And he said that at least one of those two things would be done this year. And he was very confident about it. And given the fact that there's not much difference between the two, I think it's not such a stretch to say that both would be there. I think he didn't want to commit because it's a matter of priorities, that where he doesn't decide fully what is the priority. It's more like a Josh, direction. But looks like one way or the other, they are progressively getting there, and we'll get either self-publishing or mint on demand, and most likely, in my opinion, both this year. So then, hey, we have everything. We miss what? The catalog? Well, it's already planned. They can already ingest catalogs. Not sure what they are waiting for. Maybe there are other things, but they can already connect to this Onyx database, which has all those EPUB files and even music metadata, if I recall correctly, and they can already ingest that. So, remember that one of the investors is Bertelsmann Group, which is the owner of Penguin Random House, the biggest book publisher in the world. So it's in the interest that they can put all their books on the platform. So this is really something they're focused on. Remember, on the roadmap they published on LinkedIn, maybe end of last year, they had this plan to ingest 10 million books by end of June. It's in 2 months. So when you see the speed that they are building at, just need to wait, enjoy, and it's gonna come. And they're gonna make it. This year it's happening, mass adoption. Credit cards, self-directed wallets, it's there. The app is getting better and better. We're gonna get stuff.io too, like the app, audiobooks, caching for the offline mode. Wow, just that. So really stoked. If you want to watch the interview, please do so. It is really quite interesting to learn about Guillermo, his experience at Book, and then what else is planned. What I gave you is just a very quick summary, but it was definitely a good video, so I encourage you to watch it if you have some time to spare. Goods are getting got. The sweeping goes on. 11 copies swept earlier today actually, for 15,000 ADA. Can you imagine putting $7,500 in books? So really strong activity recently on the Bibles. We can see all those peaks here. Look at the 40k volume, 48k, 17k. So people are buying a lot. We are still below 1% listed. It's gonna contract just before the monthly snapshot, less than a week from now, and the floor is pretty strong at 1400s. Looks like some collection offers were accepted as well. I guess people wanted liquidity after the crypto dip. But look at this, all this sweeping, really amazing. And here, what you see, what are all those collection offers? This is really important. So now I put on my serious face. Someone got scammed, and someone was on the book Discord and they got contacted by this account. This account is fake, not real. And there is someone on the book Discord who is looking at the lounge, looking at the support channel, and when you ask a question, they send you a friend request. This account has been banned from the server for weeks. But the problem is they're using an alt account to just check what people are asking for, and then they contact them with this account, which is not on the server. And so there was one user who unfortunately didn't realize it was fake, that they had no server in common, and they basically gave him a link to say, yeah, we're gonna reset your wallet connection with the website, whatever. Clicked, lost control, 39 Bibles out. 39 Bibles. It makes me sick, like literally. If I find this guy, I'd rather not say it on YouTube, but better for him that I don't find him. So be super careful. We've put a lot of warning messages in the Discord. Be aware, always ask questions. Staff will never contact you first. We do everything publicly on the Discord, no need to talk in private. So yeah, 39 Bibles, big blow, and all my support to this user, who surprisingly is still sticking around, trying to get back some books and so on. I don't know if I would have been able to be honest. So lot of respect for that guy, and let's hope that karma does its work. And now to try to spin into a more positive note, there was a great thread from Andrew on X about the value of a good, sorry. And so you have the TLDR here, that one good is valued at basically 6.3 thousand ADA. It was 180 to mint. And so in this very detailed thread, he goes through like all the discounts you could get thanks to the good, the fact that at the ITO you get the lowest price, which is like the current price of the token is like 4x compared to the ITO price. Then all other perks that people got, the dropping and so on. And so here I have a thought for Mike who minted 50 Bibles. So congrats on this great move. It was ballsy and it paid off. So respect. And this is a great thread to bookmark if you want to explain to someone everything that comes with the Bible. At the moment, the most obvious thing are the monthly airdrops, so 833 book tokens every month until October 2025, so next year. So spread the word, my friends. Let's talk about mints. Quite a few this week, interesting ones. I'll just go through in order, starting the story of eclipses. It was on Monday because there was the total eclipse in the US. And you can see it's still minting, even though it was just 500 copies. Is it really still minting? I feel like it's a bit crazy. Let's check on Cardano scan. Around 50 books left. Obviously, really interesting art. It's very mystical, and Eclipse is quite a unique event. So yeah, I'm sure the art department had fun with this one. Okay, still minting, and what's important here is that it's the beginning of the new series called Knowledge series, and they want that books would be pretty spread apart. So don't expect something like one book every week for a month with the airdrop, like they did with the Monday meditations, for instance. Here it's more chill. So Story of Eclipses. First one with only 500 copies. You can see that floor is not holding so well. And maybe that's why the mint stalled. It's just cheaper to buy on secondary. Also quite a unique topic. I mean, covers look cool, but well, these are books to read too. Okay, then what else did we have this week? Well, the living offers. So to the naysayers who say we mint only public domains, look, we had two. And one is, both are very good, popular offers in their own right. So the Reservoir, David Duchovny, we talked about it, still minting, you can buy with credit card. And the other one is one of our resident authors, David Niall Wilson. The rest of the story so far, the Chance Chronicles. So if memory serves, he published 2 books of this series already. Vintage Soul and another one, The Heart of the Dragon, something like this. And these are the 3 other books in that series. So you're not buying only one book, you're buying 3. And here I have to tip my hat off to David for the art, because he did everything by himself. And that's kind of crazy. Like, how much time did he spend on this? I'm really curious about those reindeers coming out of those, flasks kind of thing. He went with a photorealistic type of vibe. So respect for doing that. And also as someone who is, he's very active in the Discord, he's a huge supporter. He owns a golden bookmark as well. And what he did to encourage people to buy was to add extra stories. So there are actually 3 versions of the NFT that are being minted. So you don't know which one you're gonna get. You can get the normal one with the 3 books. You can get one that has an extra story, which has a specific name, The Preacher's Marsh, I believe. And then there's another edition which has yet a different bonus story. So you can have the base version, the version with extra story A, or the version with extra story B. So if you want to read the whole thing, well, you need to get in there and look for it. The information is in the metadata. You will see which ones have the extra story, so you can check on secondary, although I don't expect people to let those go for cheap. Or when you mint, check the metadata to see if you get this extra content. But Dave has been with us from the start almost, minted a lot of books as a reader, and now he's minting as an author. So it's the third installment in his book journey. And support your living authors, especially the ones who show up every day in the Discord, and you can ask them anything about this world. He's also a publisher. Crossroad Press, I believe, is the name of his publishing company. So we have someone from the industry who's embracing this Web3 revolution. So take care of them. And then to move forward in the week, we had another kind of triple mint, something they did last week, that they mint on Cardano Polygon. So this was Tom Sawyer, and on ETH you get the airdrop. I'm not sure the airdrop went out yet, but it's gonna go. And this was the banned series, so it's been a while since we had something in there. Cardano sold out very fast, and you can see the floor is amazing. So we had an OG price of 39, and the floor is 99. So nice flip if you're into that. Even the collection offer is above the public price, so very good. And then on Friday we had the Federalist Papers, which is still minting, and I don't understand. I can understand that who's gonna read this kind of historic documents. Well, not me. I don't care so much about US history, but I know there are a lot of people who do. American patriotism, it's real. Think of the politics and those people proudly holding the American flag and First Amendment, Fifth Amendment, or whatever. So maybe the crypto community doesn't care so much because apparently it's not sold out yet. But when the normies come in and you have those patriots, they will want it, and it's just 776 copies. And not only that, but in total there'll be 4 books in the series plus 1 airdrop, and the airdrop is the Declaration of Independence, which is probably the best entry in that series. So you need all those books if you want the airdrop. And everyone will want, every American patriot will want those books. So I don't get why it doesn't sell out. People don't see it. Is it the crypto dip and people are more careful with their expenses? I don't know, but for me it sounds like such a great opportunity. And finally, to wrap up, we had the Webster's Dictionary. This one was the first book that we could buy with a credit card. It actually has a lot of different covers. I'm not sure why only one is showing here. And where is it? Okay, it's not even on the main page. Oh, here it is. So I'll just let that I'll just leave this slideshow. So yeah, first book to buy with credit card, it was $5 or 9 ADA. So now with the dip, it's even cheaper to buy with ADA. And yeah, 2,000 copies is a version from, 1828, something like this. So probably a lot of words are not in there, but for the concept, it's pretty cool. It is a historic book in its own right. Fun fact, it's not in the knowledge series. I think maybe it could fit in there. It's in no series so far. So standalone, first kind of prototype for the credit card with 2,000 copies. It was a flash mint. It's not part of the flash mint series, but here it is. So if you want to try to buy with credit card with no minimum investment, $5, you get your dictionary. So here it is. And now to quickly talk about the token. Well, it dipped with the whole crypto environment, 3.4 cents. We are going back to, looks like prior support level here. Well, there are things that we can't control, right? It's 20% less on the 7 days. And here, what was interesting is that, yeah, we got this kind of buy the rumor, sell the news kind of thing with the exchange listing. So we can see the day before we were at the highest, so the day before the listing, and the day after the listing, boom, we went down as low as 3.6 cents. But what's interesting is that the next day, boom, we come back to 4 cents. So then we had this kind of parity with MEXC, and then crypto dipped, and it dipped with it. It's slightly cheaper to buy on a DEX than on MEXC. When we look at the information, the holders, we lost holders, I think. At some point we were at 9,000 before maybe the day of the listing, now 8.8. So it looks like a different dynamic, but it's just been a week, so we'll see if it's an actual trend reversal or not. You know, in the big picture, it doesn't really matter, because publishers will still need to buy book tokens, authors will still need to buy book, and they won't care about crypto. No, it's their job to sell books. They need access to a new platform to do so. So I feel like we're gonna disconnect to some extent. So, okay, it's cheap, so good opportunity to DCA if you're into this. I look here and I see while some orcas are getting onto it, $15,000 here by this swordfish. Oh, big sale there. But a lot of people are taking advantage. Why it went super low at 3.3 cents. So, you know, isn't it like, you know, be fearful when people are greedy and be greedy when people are fearful, something like that. Some people see the opportunity, get on it, hope it turns out well for them. I'm not selling. So, I mean, why would you 1 week before the BookCon? Everyone will forget about this dip and they will focus on the next big thing. So just sit back, do something else, touch some grass, and enjoy the ride. Simple as that. Finally, I want to let you know that there's a charity raffle going on. It's for Ukrainian refugees, so children, to give them some semblance of normality. This is an association which is led by one of our OGs, Kirill Formula, who himself had to flee Ukraine. And this whole raffle, what is it? You buy a ticket, it's here in the charity raffles, you have the link. So you buy a ticket, it's 19 ADA, there's 1,000 of them, so you can see half went out already. And it's not giving for giving, it's giving and have a chance to win some prizes. I don't have them all in mind, but usually you get a good or some one of one. So it's your opportunity to make a good action and get a chance to get some more books. So get onto this. We're gonna do the raffle, I believe, the day of the BookCon. So just 1 week left to help someone from the community that you'll be able to follow up with. How did they use that money? Or how the kids reacted. They want to buy some books for them, actually, some Ukrainian books, so they can learn about their culture, their history, and keep this link to their homeland, basically. So 19 ADA, not much. You can even pay with book. So if you get your staking rewards or something, maybe just do something good. So yeah, I wanted to give them a quick shout out. And that's it for this week. What a week, like all those announcements that we've been hearing forever are now real. Sex listing, credit cards, self-directed wallets. We even got some bonus like David Duchovny's book. I mean, I remember during his space, his followers were asking, but is it crypto, is it NFT, oh, it's AI? We're asking questions. So we are starting to reach out to the masses. And yeah, big things coming, BookCon in 1 week. just the future is bright. So thanks for watching, like every week. Next week I'm not gonna publish a video because I'll be at the con. I'll probably try to post some videos on X, so you can follow me there. And I'll try to make a BookCon wrap up the week after that. So Saturday 27th, I'll try to publish something. I really hope to see you there. And yeah, thank you for the support. Take care of yourselves, and I'll see you soon.